Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today, I thought it would be fun for me to knock out for my Video Game Wednesday, where I do reviews of older video games for you folks. I just done one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Might and Magic 6 from 1998. I thought I would do that same world and that same company, one of their more unique games called Heroes of Might and Magic 2. For your folks, this is from 1996. Loved it lots, played it lots, and so forth. So this is also by New World Computing and published by 3DO. The two people specifically from New World that worked on this were John Van Caneghem, I don't know how to pronounce that for sure, and Phil Steinmeyer for you folks. So those were the ones that concentrated on that. This came out the year that I was a first-year student in college in 1996, and I played it massively with my friends, particularly in hot seat mode, where one person would sit down and then play their turn out, and then the next person would do the same, and you would just have them set up, and then everybody would take their turns in action and so forth. It was the first major multiplayer experience I had at the same time, rather than like BBS, like Trade Wars and that sort of thing. It's a very unique game, like I mentioned before. You have a few modes here. First, you are moving a hero around a map with an army, grabbing stuff, you're flagging mines, and that sort of thing to make cash for your things for later on. Grabbing resources too, like mercury and ore. You're also grabbing objects and such, like treasure chests, fighting monsters, and that sort of stuff too. Then you actually lead the fighting parts. Here you're fighting on a giant grid. You're moving your armies around and then fighting foes on a turn-based system. You will lose troops as battle continues, and this just happens naturally as attrition happens. So the better your troops, the more they'll cost, just as a heads up. But then you can go restock your troops, that sort of thing. So then you are managing a town. You can start with and are more as you capture them. And if you lose that after a few weeks, like after a few days, you'll lose, and so forth. It gives you a chance to try to recapture another town, or that too. Then you can build one more thing each day in that town, and each week you'll make more and more armies are built for you just automatically. So you need to build those like barracks and stuff like that first to make your more and more minions for your folks' story group. The more you build up your town, the better it'll be. And then you can also build up mage guilds and that sort of thing to give your heroes magic betters, and the higher up, the better magic they'll have available to them, and that sort of thing. Love it lots. Yeah, you can the magic that is available can definitely, because your heroes can't actually engage in fighting hearts, but they can't cast spells. Those spells can turn the tide of a battle very, very quickly for your folks. Your cities can be attacked by AIs or humans, just as and you can take their turn. So there are 6 different factions in this game, like knights and sorceresses from the previous one, or barbarians too. Each has their own unique units and city. One of the new ones is the necromancer. That one can raise the dead of their enemies if they were living, so it can keep up their numbers. Or even after you fall a lot, you can actually gain numbers. Love that lots. And then you can get artifacts too, which will really help amp you up and your stuff up too, and your armies, as well as leveling up, getting better spells and their spell points, and so forth. As you're leveling up, you can also make your abilities are also better too. You can also get abilities like path finding or that sort of thing, or get better stuff. Also, when your minions attack, sometimes they'll just miss around because of bad morale, or they'll get an extra round because of good morale. You want to watch out for that stuff. Also, sometimes if you got good luck, you can get a double bonus. So you want to have a good luck too. An undead will hurt your morale twice. All right, because of how many strong changes this made to the series and to the game, it's a really strong 10 out of 10 for me, folks. It would potentially be a 12 out of 10 if we give those. I do think that the sequel next week, which we're looking at, is a strong game too, and many consider that one to be the best of the series, but I actually prefer this one. This is my favorite. Also, the music here is just amazing, right? The towns, the 6 towns, they have opera. Opera, it's just so strong. Right, I've downloaded the soundtrack, copied it to my iTunes, and that sort of thing. I'll regularly listen to it. It's absolutely strong stuff, level lots. And so if you play Heroes of Might and Magic 2 or the other ones, let me know what your thoughts about it in the comments below. There's a lot of spoilers here and that sort of thing. So let me know what your thoughts are without having to worry about that sort of thing. Right. So there you are. Did you agree or disagree with my 10 out of 10 for you folks? As a reminder, I try to do some of these older video games on Wednesday for you folks. The idea here is to do some of these things that have been passions in my channel. Also thought I will do something new. I can do 2 Point Museum a couple of weeks, about a 10 days after come out, or Planet Coaster 2. A couple of weeks afterwards, if I'm actually playing it. But the idea is I typically like to do older things. On Monday, I did my review of 1978's G3, the Fire of the Hollow Giant Chief, by Gary Gygax in the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons module, and that sort of thing. I also regularly do these things. On Saturday, I'll be doing my Serial Saturday, that long and forgotten storytelling for people that are out there. For the forgotten genres, and this is the Dr. Hughes' The Web Planet from 1965. It's a 6-part series, and then also I have a lot of recent things too in the genres of fantasy, science fiction, and horror that I do. I try to do 3 reviews of those too a week, and typically older things. Like on Tuesday will be H.P. Lovecraft, on Thursday will be a Clark Ashton Smith thing, and that sort of thing. So those are your sorts of things, and you like that lots, please check out my channel, watch the previous video games, let your friends know, share, subscribe, hit the like button the bell icon to be notified by 7 videos a week, that sort of thing, right? But just do YouTube stuff, and thank you so much for that. As a reminder, all these older things out there tell you that's the passion of this channel too, right? It's the worst thing about new books. It's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones. They weren't bad, right? But we're just always in our passion for the new. We are obsessed with. Right, we've forgotten the old. It's how it influences. That's all the time better, right? And that sort of a thing. So I love that stuff much. Alrighty, and there you are. I want to thank you so very, very much for taking some time out of your day and investing and watching my videos, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening, right, in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions, right? So the fact that you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.